Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Mystic Rose, and this is the Mystic Rose Tarot Collective channel. I received a message for you when I was doing my meditation this morning, and it was quite powerful. So the message that I got for you was that people think that you don't know what's going on, okay? But you know exactly what's going on. And you've been playing the part, okay, collective? You've been collecting data, okay? You've been staying quiet. I heard mum's the word. You know what's going on. And now it's time for the big reveal, okay? The owl has been watching, waiting, and tonight it's ready to speak because I saw an owl and it was the most beautiful owl I've ever seen. And it was just very majestic looking, not like your typical owl, but it was like, it had so many hues of different colors, browns and dark brown and light brown and black. And it was so beautiful. And the eyes were just like piercing. And then I heard, ooh, and I just got chills. Oh my gosh. And then I heard the veil is being lifted. So this is powerful stuff. Now, the angel number that I got that was really standing out in my mind was 1111, which is an angel number that means that the doorway is opening to divine clarity. You see through illusions. You see through people's games and bullshit. Also, the number 1010 came through, and that is about completion and new beginnings. It's also about a silent phase ending, so you're not staying silent anymore. You're now being called into action. Your action phase is next, okay? The angel number 222 came through as well. That's about balance, staying poised, in harmony, and it's about partnership with spirit. So you're not doing this alone. You are in a partnership with spirit. So just know that whatever your strategy, this is a divine strategy. Now, with that owl that came through, oh my gosh, every time I think about it, I get chills. It's for the silent observer. It's for the nocturnal strategist. It's for you, collective. The owl, it's not in a hurry. It's not in a rush, right? It waits. It is calculative, okay? It calculates. It's when it's time to strike, it strikes and it doesn't miss, right? An owl, when it's time to strike, it strikes and it does not miss. So you're being called to action. So if this already feels like this is your energy, definitely be sure to hit that like button and claim your power with a little owl emoji or even a little red heart to let me know and to let spirit know, okay? All right, so let's dive into this. Okay, so you're a master actor or actress is what I was hearing. Spirit was showing me theater masks, and I was seeing that and I heard, oh, I just got chills again. Oh my gosh. So you are a master actor or actress playing the part, playing the role of almost somebody who seems naive or people really underestimate your abilities, your power, because what I see is you're not here to go around proving your intelligence to people oh yeah, I'm all that in a bag of chips. Or yeah, I'm a chosen one, I'm a light worker, I'm this, I'm that. And so people just kind of tend to underestimate you. Maybe you're quiet, okay? Maybe you're a quiet listener. Maybe you listen to conversations going around you. Maybe you're that type of person where, you're just kind of quiet, or a quiet observer, right? And when it's your time to pounce, you'll pounce on you'll pounce on a situation, or you'll be called into action. Now, what I'm hearing is you are a strategic mystic, okay? So mystics are some people who it's kind of when I think of a mystic, I think of somebody who is very in touch with the divine, and you can tell things about people, right? And it's everything you do, it's spirit showing you a tandem bicycle. You're doing it in tandem with spirit. Okay, you're not doing things alone. And so you're highly astute. You're highly astute, and you're very, very prudent. You only speak when you need to, and what you say, it's it counts, okay? And everything you say is intentional, and it matters. somebody thinks you don't see them, or somebody thinks that they're getting away with something, and somebody underestimated you, but they're about to find out. Or maybe this recently happened, but like, yeah, you're one of those people where like, if you need to, if you're in a place, you can kind of blend in if you need to. Okay? You don't really need to flex. You don't really need to show off, like I said. You know that like being still, it's not a weakness. Being still is wisdom. Kind of like wisdom in motion. Okay? So, people underestimated you though. That's what I'm really getting here. It's like, because you may have like a soft tone, you may be somebody who speaks softly. Okay, you're not out there screaming and loud and like, ah. So people might have like underestimated you, and they might have thought that your sense of peacefulness that you had about you was being passive. But when the time comes, you're one of those people that will expose the truth. Okay, and you're gonna do it with a sense of precision each and every time. You're like a mirror. I heard magic mirror. You are a mirror. Being around you just forces people to see their own reflection, whether they like it or not. Okay? Whether they like it or not. I heard ready or not. Here I come. Some people are triggered or intimidated by you. And what I'm getting to is like something about your composure, something about the way you hold your composure in public. Yeah, people they really do have a tendency to underestimate you because of the way you hold your composure. And some people can be very triggered by that. Like, by the fact that you won't react to them, you don't react. You're not reactive. They can't get a rise out of you, okay? They can't push your buttons. But people deep down, they do sense your power. So, somebody played the wrong hand. Somebody kind of maybe did something like a little too early or pivoted a little too early. I heard somebody underestimated the quiet one. But you might have been being quiet because you were like in preparation, or like you were listening to things for like collecting data, okay? Collecting everything you need to know. Because Spirit was preparing you for you to almost like, what Spirit is showing me is like a game. Looks like checkers. Looks like a checkerboard or something like that. For you to see the whole game and all the pieces and all the moving pieces, so that you could calculate your next move. Okay, you're a master strategist. I heard you're a mystical strategist, but like that moment when you decide to speak, okay, when you decide to speak, or maybe you're gonna sing about something, maybe you're gonna make a post about something. Maybe you're going to create something. People are going to be shook, okay? It's going to be surprising. People are going to be like, what? What came out of your mouth just now? Okay, because somebody's going to have a revelation about you. Or many people are going to have a revelation about you, like that something about you, like the way that you just speak and everything like that. It's like the intuition just flows right through you effortlessly. And you can sense the unseen. You do. You sense the unseen. So, okay, let's get back to the 222 is the balance, poise, partnership with Spirit. And Spirit wants to reassure you. Everything you're doing is in harmony with Spirit. Okay? So just remember that, because Spirit brought that number back to me for some reason. And know that when people cross your path, they're never going to be the same. You enact change, okay? So what I'm getting though is like you are some kind of like master performer, and I heard the world is your stage, and you have like master actor vibes about you. What do I mean by this? It's like, okay, I mean, you literally could be the type of person that maybe you are some kind of performer, you know? You could be in performance arts. You could be somebody who is a creator, a dancer, an actor, a musician, or even if not professionally, you're just somebody who embodies the energy of a performer. the thing about you is you can mirror people quite effortlessly too. And that is one of your superpowers. You let other people reveal who they are while you kind of take like little notes about them in your mind. You're like, okay, I'm gonna keep track of this because I'm gonna remember this. And then, like I said, like maybe you stay quiet about it, but then at the right time, you're gonna be like, pachoom. You're gonna let it out. But like, you're somebody who, what I'm getting is like, you can, I want to say like, correct other people. You can correct other people when you need to. You can put somebody in their place quite well if you want to. Like, you might seem like the unsuspecting type that's like very quiet, or like, I don't know, I'm like seeing like an image of a dragon. Yesterday I had like a dragon come through in the reading. Today I'm seeing like a sleeping dragon. And I heard like some people might think that you're like a sleeping dragon, like you're not aware, but you're definitely not asleep. You're observing every little thing. And like when it's time to act, you will act. But yeah, just like the thing is like you're so prudent, you're so astute, and you're somebody who every little thing you do, it's like you have such an impact. You do. And it's like people just don't even, they've underestimated you way too many times. But like things you say, once you're ready to speak, your words have such an impact. And Spirit just said too that like when people cross your path and they're like never the same, and I feel like something about this is very weird. Yeah, you could be placed in environments where like you're meant to expose truth, and not through like being aggressive, but like through illumination. So like you could be put into a certain situation in order to be that person who's like a whistleblower or something like that. And Spirit may have put you in situations like that for you to be the whistleblower, for you to be the, supposed like bad guy who like exposes different things for like unethical behavior and stuff like that. Like, so Spirit was telling me that you might have actually been placed in a situation like that. Where like you were the one who called out some BS that was going on, or some behavior that was like unethical. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. And nobody would have like suspected that you would have come forward and like said something about it. But yeah, so, but I was just hearing that like somebody mistook your kindness for weakness, and they really underestimated you just because they didn't realize that just because you were being kind, that you didn't know what they were doing, and like maybe you were staying silent, but like you knew because you don't necessarily just like listen to words. You can read somebody's energy really, really well. You can pick up on that. So yeah, you were processing something, and you were like kind of like reading between the lines, and somebody really, really underestimated you. I want to get some tarot cards to see if we can dig deeper into this. Okay. But yeah, so Spirit, what else can you let us know about this? Like Spirit just said that you can pick up a lot of stuff about people based on like body language. Plus you get like a lot of like downloads, and too that like not everybody deserves like all of you. And like sometimes you hold back a little bit on purpose, Spirit said. We have the Knight of Presence. Some of you could be like a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn individual. Okay, you have quite a work ethic. Somebody here might have also underestimated your work ethic. The signs of the earth signs, like the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they're very hard workers. Now, this could be your sun, moon, or ascendant, or just an energy, but you're a hard worker, and somebody underestimated your work ethic. People assume that maybe you're just lucky, when actually, like, they never saw, like, the spiritual boot camp that you literally went through to get to where you are, okay? So now it's like your harvest season, your success and all of that. It looks like it was just like lucky and all that. And there might have been a little bit of luck too, but like you did put in the work to that. So yeah, people might have underestimated like the work you put into something. They may have like, you know, not seen your great work ethic, but you have an awesome work ethic. You are somebody who you've bloomed after many, many, many moons of putting in that hard work, okay? Of like, basically like I'm seeing like a flower, and like I'm seeing like you nurtured yourself, you proverbially like watered yourself, you took care of yourself, you put the work in, and now it's harvest season. I also have the Lovers and the 8 of Candles, which is the 8 of Wands in this deck. So that's about like fast news coming in. That could be like people communicating with you, somebody you haven't even talked to in a while. People want to come back to you. Many people are going to come back to you seeking your forgiveness because they underestimated you and your advice. And that in retrospect, it's like the things you said, they came true. The things you said, they were healing. But like at the time, maybe they didn't realize, okay, or they underestimated you. But yeah, that's what this is all about. Communication coming in fast. So that's what I'm seeing is like even people in the past who like might have gossiped about you or tried to ridicule you, they end up mirroring their own shadows back to themselves through your light, and they're like, oh my gosh, that person was right. Since they crossed your path, it's like they've never been the same, and they were and they know it, and they may have tried to like, you know, dim your light out of fear or whatever this may be. But yeah, you may very well hear from somebody that you let go of, just to let you know. Not saying you need to talk to them or invite them back in your space, but like you may hear from somebody you haven't heard from in a while, because it's like many people want to be in your frequency because you have this healing frequency, okay? And you're somebody who also, like, Spirit is telling me, like, you're rising, but you're rising silently, so you're not, like, blabbing and telling everyone, like, I'm successful, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, but people are still noticing that you're rising up, and, like, they notice your frequency rising. And so people want to be in your frequency. You could be, you know, just hearing from all kinds of people. So just expect that. People feel like, you know, they fall in love with you quite easily with the Lovers there. They feel very connected to you. And somebody underestimated your ability to love. Like, when you love very hard. You love with all of your might. And somebody definitely, like, underestimated your ability to love. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but, like, I heard that somebody's, like, not coping well with, like, losing you. Okay, I don't know who that's for, but, like, I heard that somebody is not coping well with losing you. We have the Ace of Candles, which tells me, too, that, like, there could be somebody, like, thinking about you, and let me just say this in a nice way, they're thinking about you late at night when they're all alone. Okay, when they're all alone, late at night, they're thinking about you. That's what this card can be about. Notice the hands around the staff. Ace of Candles. This person could be trying to get close to you through thinking about you in physical ways. They could be trying to do like magic in this way. To try to get close to you, to try to bond with you energetically. But they are being blocked because the other day in a reading, I saw that people were going to be trying to do this to you, like trying to get into your energy, but I saw like a brick wall, and I'm seeing it again, like nobody's getting through there. You can't permeate that. And that's another thing about you. I feel like people thought, or they underestimated you. They thought that since you're peaceful, you know, you can be quiet sometimes. You're not somebody who's like out there trying to start fights and stuff. Somebody thought that like they could just come back or like treat you in a certain way and that you'd take it forever. And they really underestimated you in that way. Like, you are somebody that you stand up for yourself, and you know that like just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you have to accept poor treatment. Okay? But yeah, somebody's definitely trying to get back. They want to offer you a love offer, because I can't make this shit up. We got this and this. Ace of Potions and Ace of Wands. Somebody's thinking loving thoughts about you now. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but this one is. I feel like this one is. This one could be somebody that you've let go. That could be a friend or a family member or something like that who wants back in your life. There's definitely two energies here. One is romantic and one is not. One is more platonic or familial, but there's at least two people missing you like crazy. And they want back in your energy field because they did severely underestimate you, and they underestimated the connection and how much you meant to them. I feel like too, like somebody wants to like almost like beg for your attention or your forgiveness. But in no way, shape, or form do you have to forgive them. Like, forgiveness is more for yourself than actually like for somebody else, just so you can live in peace. But like, you definitely don't have to let this person back. I'm definitely not saying that, but like somebody wants you back, okay? I also have the Tower, so yeah, that tells me that a couple things. It's over. It's over with somebody who's trying to get back, okay? They feel like it's over and they're scrambling to try to get you back in their life. This can also be for like that explosive energy, like, you know, somebody trying to manifest you or manifest something while thinking about you, like I said, late at night when they're by themselves alone, okay? So that came through again. So if that resonates with you, let me know. And maybe we can find out who this person is. I can use some astro dice, okay? And we'll see who this person or these people are that are trying to like, who either like are underestimating you or like people who want to come back or who are the ones thinking about you. But we have Scorpio, we have Taurus, we also have Aries and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. We have a 2, 8, 5, and a 16. So somebody could have been born on February, August, May, or the 16th, 5th, 8th, or 2nd of any month, or the 10th of any month, or the 15th of any month for a birthday. Okay, for you or them. So there's that. Now, the other thing I would like to do is I would like to get some messages, because I haven't done this in a while. And I thought it would be really interesting to see what Spirit wants to bring through for you. So Spirit, what do you want to bring through for the collective? As far as like anything, any extra messages? Commitment, long-term goals. Stay committed to your long-term goals, because like I said, like, you are on the rise, and so stay committed to your long-term goals, because you're on the rise and you're rising silently. You're not announcing it to people. You're not seeking validation. You're just making all the right divine moves. Like earlier I saw the chessboard or the checkers board. It's like everything you do is like divinely calculated, okay? And so just keep moving on, keep going. You could be having family issues, okay? Family issues, like maybe one of those people that wants to talk to you or wants back in your energy is a family member that you don't talk to anymore. Okay? Be bold, have no fear. Okay, so when you are, you know, as the strategic mystic that you are, when you're thinking about the strategies that you're going to do next, don't have any fear about your next move, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Trust the universe, okay? We have trust the universe, so you are moving with Spirit. Trust it. We have eagle, the eagle here present. That could be like a very important symbol here for vision, freedom, leadership, and perspective, seeing the bigger picture, seeing how it all fits together. Also, I heard you don't miss a thing. Some people think that you don't, just because you don't say everything that you're thinking, some people think that they can like pull something over on you. Okay, that's what I heard. But the owl sees everything. The owl can see through the light in the night. Somebody laughed at your silence. Now they're seeing your might. I heard that. Spirit likes to give me little rhymes sometimes, which I think is great. So yeah, that's crazy. I love that. I love that little rhyme. Most of us are totally unaware that the causes of the circumstances of our lives are the things we tell ourselves. So watch the narrative that you're telling yourself too, okay? After winter comes new growth of springtime. So if there's been like a standstill or things that are kind of moving slowly, know that like after a certain period of time within the divine timeline, things are going to start moving again. So, okay. You can see through people. Exactly. See who they are. Exactly. And that's the thing about you. People underestimated you because they didn't think that you could see through them. They didn't think, maybe because they didn't say something, they thought they could trick you or fool you or pull the wool over your eyes. But like, you can see through people. So you know darn well if somebody is being fake, inauthentic, this, that, or the other. It's like, you can tell that, okay? So just because somebody doesn't say something doesn't mean that you don't know, okay? Don't be afraid to shine your light, okay? Because you're about to shock people with your glow up. You're going to be positioned for visibility. Spirit just said that. So don't be afraid to shine your light and step into that spotlight. If you're being called, you're being positioned for some kind of visibility. Not because you're begging for the attention, but because Spirit wants you to be seen, because truth attracts the spotlight, okay? Live in the now. So Spirit is saying like, do what you can do to, not worry about the present or the future or what happened in the past. Don't dwell on it. Acknowledge it, but don't dwell on it. Don't live there in the past, and like live in the now and know that like everything in the future is going to be a-okay, and it's going to be in accordance with what is best for you in your best optimal timeline, okay? So just claim that. So keep your peace sacred, my beautiful rosebuds. Just know that like, let other people be fools. Let them act out. Let them be crazy. You don't need to like correct their projections and whatnot. They may be projecting stuff onto you. Just keep nurturing your self-care. Keep taking care of yourself. Keep producing your art. Keep creating your art. Keep on trusting your intuition. Forgive other people, but not just because of them, but because it's not because they deserve it, but because it frees your wings so you can fly, okay? Like the eagle. And know that you're not meant to blend in. You're meant to truly see in the dark and to show other people the light, okay? So let people think that you're quiet, okay? Let them think you're naive. But you're not asleep. You're observing everything. So they can think what they want to think, but you know who you are. And if this message resonated with you today, definitely drop like an owl or a little red heart or say, I see all in the comments. And let me know that you heard these messages and they resonate. Definitely remember to subscribe and join the Rosebud Tribe, and claim your divine wisdom timeline. Remember, you're not weird. You are wired for lots of higher knowledge, and truth be told, like, your light is beautiful. So you're not really weird or strange. You're awesome, and I celebrate you. So yeah, and remember too that if you do need like a personal reading for any reason, visit my website to learn more about my services at mysticrosepsychic.com. And thank you so much to all my channel members who support me here and at my other channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective. I truly appreciate it. It does help me to purchase things for the channel, like tarot cards and oracle cards and different things like that. So thank you so much. The donations and the subscriptions and all of that, it's all so appreciated. Much love and light to you all. Stay beautiful and take good care. And I can't wait to see what Spirit brings through for you next time. Bye.